Alrighty, good morning everyone. This is the start of the second day of me pre-staking my water line here. Got 98 sets out yesterday. Good day. I'd like to do that again today, but just got our pocket thrown in right here, running into deep water. Really wish I could get more than one pocket in here, guys, but there's just that one little deep spot and that's about it. But caught a mink out of here last year, so I got to throw at least one in here. But you guys can see the coon sign, just ridiculous. I just wish there was more water in here so I could get some more sets in. But yeah, anyways, we'll be moving down the road. All right guys, I got my holes dug here. We're on a pretty good sized river system. I'm gonna be throwing a TS85 in here come set day for this water line probably. But as you can see, I had to dig my pockets back in there a little bit to get a steep enough bank to actually get them in. And this is the only spot that's even close to having enough water to drown these suckers in. So I had to get them in over here somewhere. That's how I did it. Probably not the best way, but I'm not exactly the biggest water trapper. So run our wolf fang out here to deep water. Out of them rocks. Okay, that one's in. Over here to our other one here. Get it unrolled. You guys can see I'm staking it back quite a ways from the hole in these. That's just so I can get a little more length and get it out to deeper water. If I put it right up there next to the hole, I'm going to be on the edge of the deeper water, and I want these suckers drowned. So we're running them out to deep water. It's a little past knee deep out here, so we're going to be getting them in out here. Got that baby in. You guys can see the chain's tight. Press our stake in. We're good to go. This bank's really good. It's loaded with coon tracks. I trapped it last year with pockets and it produced quite a few coons. So alrighty, y'all, we're in another one. If you guys followed my spring beaver series last year, this was the creek I caught the first beaver of the spring in. There's definitely still some in here too, because there's corn stalks and stuff floating all over the place. But I don't know if I'd be able to drown the beaver or not. Honestly, it's not that deep. Raccoons are a lot easier to drown than a beaver, so not worried about it for coon. But at least it's a nice clay bottom creek. These pockets are going to hold up nice for me. So we're going to get 2 pockets slammed in here. Plenty of coon tracks down here. There's a big timber off down that way. And then there's kind of just an overgrown creek bottom leading up to, I got corn to the left of me here. So I'm sure there's some coon eating that farmer's corn that we can take care of for him. Get that stake in. Oh, got my hand muddy. I was doing good today at not doing that so far. It's going good. I think this is, what is this? This is probably the 10th location of the day. So we're moving right along. That baby drove in there. There we go, guys. But you can see there's corn stalks floating right here. There are definitely still some more beaver in here, but we're gonna have to wait for them for the spring because there ain't enough water in here right now to get after them right now. So anyways, guys, moving on. All right, you guys can see that right there. Got us a nice corn stalk beaver dam. I think I've told you guys about this dam before, but these beavers, quite frankly, made me pretty mad last year. They had the same deal going with the dam, and I didn't catch any of them. I just threw a caster mound in here and I didn't catch any of them. So this year especially in the fall right now since I'm here. When I go back through to set beaver traps, I'm gonna lay it to them. They didn't make me very happy last year, to say the least. So I'm gonna throw a pair of caster mounds in here, and they got a bank den just upstream. So that sucker's gonna have a 330 in it, and I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna wipe out everything that's in here. I also saved some fresh caster from a beaver I caught just for this spot. So if they don't like my lure, that's fine. They're gonna get something else this year. So if I can get a pocket in here, it's gonna be too rocky right there. I don't know if I can get across here. See if I can get across here. If it goes bad, you guys are gonna watch me fall and get soaked. So it ought to be entertaining, right? Only problem with this creek is there's so many rocks on the bottom of this sucker. You gotta really watch where you're stepping. You step off a rock and it can be 2 foot down until you hit the bottom. Like right there, yikes. Where's the other big rock? It's right here. Oh, if I actually get across here, I'm gonna be really surprised. This is deep. But I drove by here when they had standing corn in the field still, and the beaver had wiped out probably a 1/4 acre of corn or better, which with the price of corn right now, that's, I'm sure it didn't make the farmer too happy. So I'm gonna do my part in getting him out of here for this guy, even though he doesn't even know who I am. Still gonna try and help him out if I can. Whoa. Okay. We should be able to get our pocket in right over here somewhere. Yeah, I just splashed the camera. Okay. See if we can't dig ourselves in a pocket. Oh yeah. There we go. Much better. Ooh, there's some hard clay in there. And a rock. But we got it probably about a foot or so deep, so it's plenty deep enough. Tell you what, guys, these vines that grow down in these creeks really don't make me happy sometimes. They just get stuck to everything. But these beaver are they're not gonna know what hit them. Their bank den, actually, you guys can see that little indentation in the bank right there, right on the edge of the right of way, but it is still in the right of way, so we're gonna hammer them. I've always been hoping that I'm gonna run into the farmer that owns this ground, so I can just ask him if I can go up in there and trap, but I have yet to run into the guy, so I'll just try and get him where I can. I don't like where that is. Rocks. Lots of rocks. There's a nice spot. See if I can't get it. Oh yeah. There we go. Some of that looser gravel that's in these creeks, guys, you just pound on that stake, it'll bust through that stuff and get in there. Toughest part's probably gonna be getting this thing to stake out here, being as I am standing on a rock right now. Not a very small one either. These wolf fangs, guys, I actually talked to the guy that I got these traps from last night. He said he's kind of struggled with the same thing in gravelly or sandy areas. They don't really work ideally, but we got that one driven in, so I'm gonna try and make it back across here now. That should be entertaining, and I'll see you guys at the next location. Alrighty, guys, I got this really deep little pool here. It's actually chock full of a bunch of chubs and stuff. A lot of little fish in here, but I'm gonna try and do some old school style trapping on this one and put a little pocket right in the corner of this culvert here. I don't have a whole lot of old school techniques in my pocket per se, so I'm gonna try it on this one. I think we can get a mink out of here. So I definitely want a big old showy pocket. I can get it in here. Some of this dirt's so dry it won't hold a pocket. But yeah, I don't even know how deep it is in there. It's probably 5 or 6 foot deep. Definitely deep enough for a mink to come up in here. I'm gonna put one on the other bank too somewhere, but the second I saw this and saw how deep it was right off the edge of this culvert here, I knew I was gonna try and do an old school maneuver. That over there. Now the question is, am I going to be able to get this wolf fang in the bottom out here? Or am I just going to hit the concrete? Come on. We're about to find out. Well, she's tight and she's stuck, so that's good. I want to get another set in on the other side of this if I can get across it. It's so deep. You guys can see, I mean, I'm up to my knees right now. I think I can get a pocket into this steep bank right here. There's a lot of deep water right next to it. If I can get over here. Ooh, it's really deep. And really silted in too. Ooh, those are those skinny black birds. I do not want to mess with those. I wish I knew the name of them. Maybe I'll look that up later tonight, but for now, we're gonna clear a path. My shovel is also a bushwhacker, or at least it has been last couple days, so, oh boy. There's some good hard stuff here. Good clay. A lot of roots. Just spin my shovel in there. Stab it in from the top. This pocket's gonna last like 5 years, how hard this dirt is. I can just get some of that. You guys can see there's a lot of roots in here. So a lot of this dirt is bound in there by all these ruts. Oh, I might have just splashed the camera. Nope, we're still good. Okay. Gosh, I can just hear the roots busting. I'm really excited for this spot. That's why I wanted to show you guys this. I think we're gonna have some pretty good success at this spot. I actually just got done setting a mink location as well. It's not a pond, but it's a really deep pool, kind of like this one, out in the open country. Big concrete culvert. So I think it's probably going to be a really good mink location as well. I don't see why there'd be any coon using it. It's in the wide open, so get my trap here. And I got them burrs all over me already. Of course. Now I get to get poked by them for the rest of the day. That's okay. Get our stake shoved in on the top. Maybe. Oh. I have a burr in my eyebrow. That's a new one. Throw our trap up there. Get this baby staked out in this water. You guys can see, water is pretty deep. Drive our wolf fang out here wherever we can get her. Right there, probably. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. That sucker ain't going nowhere. All right, guys, let's get out of here and move on down the road. All right, y'all, I'm just wrapping up, throwing in another pocket set here. I want to show you guys something at this spot. But first of all, this water's so deep right here, which I'll show you why. But so I put my pocket here, but I also cut it into the bank, so I have a little platform for my trap to sit on right there. Because these banks are really steep, and there's no shallow water for me to really set my trap on. Nope, that's my shovel. I don't need that. There's no real shelf for me to set my trap on for a pocket, so I made one. Drive this out here, the depths. That's tight. Okay, so what I want to show you guys, if you can see that beaver dam right there, really nice beaver dam. They're chewing on that tree over there, chewing on a bunch more trees upstream, but that's on the private ground. I can't trap that. But then we got this channel right here, and if you guys can, which I won't be able to show you how hard the bottom is, if you guys can see right here on the bank, and then it gets deeper right there, and then it starts coming up again. These beaver got a beat down channel going up through this ditch. There's actually some little chew sticks floating in here too. So we're gonna be throwing a 330 and a TS85 in here. Hopefully whack some beaver out of this sucker. If you guys can see the change in water down there, another massive beaver dam. This is the very next location after the one that I just showed you. We're gonna be putting actually 2 TS85s over there, and then I'm putting 2 pockets over here, but I'm pumped, guys. There's so much beaver sign in some of these creeks. There's actually, right in here, there's some beaver front foot tracks climbing up here, so this sucker's just infested. All right, guys, I just got done slamming in. I put 4 pockets in here. There's only just this really deep pool, but I put 4 in here because it's a really big system. It's basically bone dry right now, but if you guys can see, all you can see that way is timber. It's a huge timber, and there's a big cornfield over here to the north of me. So big, huge, couple 100-acre timber going to open cornfield. There's gonna be some coon cut out here, but I put 4 in. I got 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 up in there, which is actually going to be more of a blind set than anything. There's some rats going up underneath the grass there, but I put a pocket there too. Then we got our last and 4th pocket over there. So, and the reason I'm only going to set 4 in here, guys, you could probably set 6 if you wanted to, but I don't want to go walking out of a creek with more than 2 coon in each hand. That's a load, and to be honest, I've caught 6 coon at a time before, and it's never fun making multiple trips in and out of these creeks. So anyways, we'll be moving on. Well, guys, I found something kind of interesting down here. If I can bring it up, it's on this string. If I can, oh, I can't even get it out of the mud. Now, there's an old, really old minnow trap down on the bottom there. I should have shown you guys before I clouded the water all up, but we're down in another one here. This is my, oh shoot, 37th location of the day. So we're chugging right along. Oh no, that burr plant almost got me good. It's these plants right here, guys, all those little spikes on there, all them little burrs, and I really am not a fan of them. They really poked me up pretty good. Not until the point where it hurts, but after a while, constantly getting rubbed all the time by those things certainly isn't fun by any means. So, but I'm just gonna dig this one back here a little bit. I'm standing in knee-deep water, and it gets probably close to waist deep out, even further where I'm gonna stake this thing. So, oh no, not a rock. Oh, there's a rock there, so I ain't putting it there. Of course, bridge where there's hardly any rocks down it, and that's the one I hit a rock in. But let's see if we can't get it in over here somewhere. These banks aren't quite as steep as I'd like them to be, but I'll make it work. Dig my pocket back in here. This one's really sandy. I don't really like that per se, but I can make it work. Definitely not impossible. It's just gonna collapse in on me now here. Only reason it's really collapsing like that is because I'm in the water back here and there's water running up against it, but we got a nice little pocket way up in there, so get our trap thrown in here real quick like. And guys, I'm just leaving my traps. I'm not worried about hiding them from the coon while I'm pre-staking. And I got a theory behind that on why. Did I just get stuff on my camera? No. So I got a theory on why. So there's a lot of times if I catch a coon, whether it's in a pocket or a DP, I'll have it caught in one trap and it'll still go and put its hand in another trap. So to me, I don't think coon have the capacity in their brain to realize what that trap is. I don't think they're smart enough to figure out exactly what a trap is. I could be totally wrong, but that's my theory on it, because if you knew what it was and you knew that it was holding you there until I got there, you probably wouldn't stick your hand in it more than once. So anyways, guys, just my thoughts on it. All right, guys, I'll show you exactly why I'm setting up this location here. In the middle of nowhere. Mink tracks, quite a few of them too along this bank here. So I'm actually going to jump over to this pool here on the other side of this rock pile. I already threw a set in on the bottom side. I want to throw another set in this pool somewhere if I can. Probably, oh boy, those are all burrs. Something big went through here. There's some tracks going through the water. Looks more like deer. I might go check out this culvert. See if there's an opportunity. Oh boy, deep mud, deep mud. You gotta be careful on some of this stuff, guys. It might not look that deep, but that mud can really drop. I'm gonna throw in a pocket right in here. A big, showy, beautiful work of art. Maybe. We'll see. It's probably gonna end up looking terrible, but it's okay. Just gonna dig it back in there. I'll make sure I didn't just splash my camera. Oh yeah, I think this will work. I can't really get anywhere else. It's too mucky, and I got one pocket in on the underside of the bridge, but that's really the only opportunity to get one in there with deep enough water. But the amount of mink sign in here has got me pretty pumped. I'm definitely not a mink trapper by any means. Usually catch one or two a year or whatever, but this year I'd like to break double digits on them for sure. Put my trap up in there. Not my shovel. My shovel's not going to put this in very well. Get that out to the depths and bury it. Like so, and there we go. I'm not going up that way because there's too many burrs, so we'll be moving on, guys. Awesome mink location. Throwing in another mink set here. Just you guys can hear that running water in the background. I'll show you kind of what I got here once I get this driven in here. But I'm just in the middle of nowhere. There ain't trees for quite a ways, and I got couple mink sets in a row that I'm gonna set just because I want to capitalize on some mink if I can. Let's see if I can get this driven in here at all. Yep, there we go. Plenty deep in here. You could drown a beaver in here if you wanted to. So yeah, I got my pocket in right there. I got this running water. There's some mink tracks underneath of there too, so feeling good about this one. This is gonna be my last spot for the day. This is my 46th location of the day. So pretty good day considering the fact that I'm in the water. What is that? I think I got out like 90, 95 or 96 traps today, so not the same as yesterday. Definitely a good day. Tell you what, guys, I really do enjoy this water trapping deal, just for the multi-species purpose. I'm really looking forward to it. Ugh. There's one. You guys can see they got a beat down path going up there. Squirt of fish oil and some fish in that pocket there, and they're gonna be in some trouble. But this other one I got, she's looking real pretty. You guys can see that. Just a beautiful looking pocket. But the coon are just going up right there. They're actually walking this wall right there. If you guys can see that wall over there, there's tracks in the water all along that wall. So at the end of the wall, I'm gonna give them a little meal. Get that baby put in there. Oh, come on. There we go. Plenty deep in here, guys. Around these coon. It's gonna work great. I'm getting really pumped for this water line, guys. I mean, I'm typically a dry land trapper with some water stuff, but this big water line is getting me pretty pumped up. But yeah, that's it for the day. Got out mid 90s for traps, 46 more locations. Puts me right at that 190-ish mark for traps out on this water line so far. So we'll keep plugging away at them, but I'm definitely happy with how it's going. So anyways, until next time, guys.